Hello and welcome to this Thursday edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are some of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. The 53-year-old man found dead in his cell Sunday at the Chelan County Regional Justice Center has been identified. Hard row to hoe vineyards in Manson just earned a seal of approval from the U.S. Department of Agriculture and are now organic certified. Unseasonably warm weather is expected for both the Classy Chassis Parade Friday night and the Stamilk Grand Parade late Saturday morning. Your local weather forecast is coming up. An increase in what police say is gang activity has led to increased patrols in northern Douglas County and in southern Okanagan County. Both sheriff's offices will step up emphasis patrols in the area of Bridgeport and neighboring Brewster, alongside local police and the Washington State Patrol. The first patrols will begin this weekend, but future efforts won't be announced in advance. The emphasis follows a shooting earlier this week that wounded one man in Brewster and led to the arrest of 4 juveniles. The 53-year-old man found dead in his cell Sunday at the Chelan County Regional Justice Center has been identified. 53-year-old Scott Anthony Glass had been held at the jail since January, awaiting trial on charges of fleeing police and possession of a stolen vehicle. Corrections deputies found Glass unresponsive while preparing to serve breakfast at about 5:30 a.m. on Sunday. He was declared dead at about 16 minutes later after efforts to resuscitate him failed. Chelan County Coroner Earl Crow says no external or internal injuries were found in an autopsy, but toxicology results are still pending. Glass was from Eniat and had a lengthy criminal history. He's the first inmate under Chelan County supervision to die since 2021, when 2 other individuals died within a month. In both those cases, the county settled wrongful death lawsuits filed by the families, one for $3.25 million and the other for $2.5 million. U.S. Secretary of the Interior Doug Burgum made a commitment yesterday to build a new permanent access road in Stehekin during a Senate committee hearing. The historic flooding in December destroyed a levee in Stehekin, which washed out a portion of Company Creek Road. U.S. Senator Maria Cantwell's office says this left stranded residents to rely on a temporary road to get around in the remote Lake Chelan community. Cantwell, a Washington State Democrat, is a senior member of the Senate Committee on Energy and Natural Resources. She asked for Burgum's commitment during that hearing.
I wanted to bring up a community issue in the Lake Chelan National Recreation Area in central Washington. You were able to send National Park Service and Interior staff to visit there last Thursday. Very much appreciate that. It's about flooding. First of all, we think we rival the Alps here. I mean, it is spectacularly beautiful. I see somebody in the back nodding their head. So it is unbelievable, the access to this area. But we had a devastating 2024 Pioneer fire that caused floodwaters to run down the mountainside, and now a new wastewater treatment plant and boat landing was destroyed of parts of the damage that was done from this section of the Company Creek Road. So what we're trying to do is get a plan. You've been, it's been months trying to get the focus here, and we get that it's a very remote part of our state, but nonetheless, it is part of a giant recreational ecosystem that is like almost like a crown jewel within the Cascades. And so I'm highlighting that you helped us get a temporary road. Park Service was able to contract with the Army Corps, and this last part of the temporary road has to get done, and then we need to get a permanent solution. So my questions are, can you commit to working with the Stehekin community, the state of Washington, to complete the remaining temporary road, and can you commit to working with us on in the state to design the hurdles to implement a long-term solution for this region?
Yes and yes, and I understand we do have a particular issue here where we've got federal and then a chunk of private in between that we're working with the private folks to make sure that we've across these different land ownerships that we can get a permanent solution figured out.
Yes, and so you're committing to that. I appreciate that very, very much.
The annual delegation from Misawa, Japan has arrived in the Wenatchee Valley just in time for the climax of the Apple Blossom Festival. The delegation, composed largely of middle school and high school students, arrived Wednesday at Pangbourne Memorial Airport for a reception. The students' day included a ride on the Wenatchee Riverfront Railway at Riverfront Park. The Wenatchee and Misawa communities exchange young delegates each year as part of a sister city relationship that recognizes the historic Pangbourne-Herndon Trans-Pacific flight from Misawa to East Wenatchee in 1931. When we come back, Galaxy Comics in Wenatchee is celebrating 40 years serving the area's comic book needs. And a Wenatchee school bus driver earned first place at a recent regional bus safety rodeo competition. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Between juggling groceries, preparing meals, and lending a helping hand, you're a hero without a cape. But who's there to support you? Aging and Adult Care honors caregivers like you, the relatives, friends, and neighbors, helping loved ones remain safely at home. Aging and Adult Care offers chore services, respite, personal care, and more. Serving Chelan, Douglas, Grant, Lincoln, Adams, and Okanagan counties, call Aging and Adult Care at 1-800-572-4459 for caregiver support.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether,
we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
It was April 1986 when Dean Ball opened the Wenatchee Valley's landmark comic book store. Now in April 2026, Galaxy Comics is celebrating 40 years serving the area's comic book needs. The anniversary coincides with Free Comic Book Day on this Saturday, May 2nd. You can stop by Dean's store at 5th Street and Western Avenue to pick up some free titles and browse through the other offerings on his shelf. All superheroes have origin stories, and we asked Dean to share his own.
I started the store in April of 1986, so this is the 40th year of my store. And I kind of got into this because I had always been a comic collector. From the time I was 4 years old, I read comics, looked through comics, and collected them. I received degrees in journalism and communications, and I went into radio news for 13 years in Wenatchee. And then I had the idea of starting up a store. And in the 1980s, there were not very many comic stores. One of the oldest the oldest one in the state, probably one of the oldest ones in the country, was in Pike Place Market in Seattle. It's called Golden Age Collectibles. And that was somewhat of an inspiration. I would go visit that, and I would think about, well, would I be able to actually sell comics instead of just acquiring them? It probably took 2 or 3 years for me to, about 3 years for me to make a living doing this. My customers that I had when I first started were mostly young people, teenagers and college age. And now I have more of a mixture. I have an older group that's probably in their 50s and 60s, and some of them are the same ones who were customers back then. There's different subject matter for comics. There's, besides the superheroes, there's romance comics and horror comics and quite a variety of things people could get into. That's a national event, and it started in 2002, so this is 25 years of them having that. And the publishers, they print special comics to be given away. So it's not just any comic that's given away. There are certain ones. I'll have 20 different ones, about 20 different comics to give away. And I may have like restrictions on, how many people each person can get, so I don't run out quickly. And it's on May 2nd, and it's my regular hours, noon to 4 p.m. on that Saturday. And it has not been around as long as my store has. And the whole idea is kind of like having free samples. People can try out things, and then they might want to start buying them. And usually people, when they're in here, they don't have to buy anything to get the free ones. There's no purchase necessary. But usually people do buy things while they're here, and so it's usually a good sales day.
Hard Row to Hoe Vineyards just earned a seal of approval from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. The family-owned estate winery in Manson announced this week that its estate vineyards are now USDA organic certified. The new certification applies to about 20 acres of wine grape vineyards, including Glacial Gravels, Gary's, and Poverty Hill, where the winery farms. Owner Don Phelps said in the announcement that protecting Lake Chelan's watershed is non-negotiable and, quote, healthy soils, living ecosystems, and clean water make better grapes. The winery's 2026 vintage will be the first release following the official certification. A Wenatchee school bus driver earned first place at a recent regional bus safety rodeo competition. The school bus rodeo is a competition that features challenging courses that test the maneuvering and precision skills of participating bus drivers. Penny Talbot took the top spot, which now advances her to represent Wenatchee at the state competition. Driver Eric Johnson, who just obtained a license in February, landed in fourth place. Talbot now moves on to the Washington State Bus Safety Rodeo in Kennewick coming up on June 28th. Coming up next, a personable and people-focused pit bull mix is the featured adoptable animal from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society on this week's Paws for Pets. Get ready for temperatures in the low to mid 80s this weekend and near 90 degrees early next week. I'll have your local weather details, and in sports, Kate Calvin will have baseball highlights, scores, and much more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after these messages.
Vape companies have a history of targeting teens. Now, they've been caught red-handed marketing to minors in Washington State and forced to pay millions in a major lawsuit. When it comes to your health, choose what matters. Choose you. Nicotine in vapes can increase feelings of anxiety and depression. Though quitting isn't always easy, it's a great way to care for your mental health. When you're ready to take control of your well-being, choose the Tomorrow Health app. It's free for Washington teens and proven to work.
Click at RV Moses Lake Superstore has gone mad with huge discounts on a huge selection of top brand RVs, which means the lowest prices, factory incentives, and rebates.
You guys gotta beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Shop online and find the floor plan you like, then build it, price it, and click it. Or come to the Moses Lake Superstore. From travel trailers to fifth wheels, toy haulers to motorhomes, the huge RV discount prices are here. Get a better RV and the lowest price guarantee only at Click It RV Moses Lake or clickitrv.com.
Be a winner like me and get the Click It RV.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCWLIFE and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Piglet is a miraculous mixed breed dog found on the streets of the Wenatchee Valley and ready to be part of your family's home. This personable and people-focused pit bull mix is the featured adoptable animal from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society on this week's Pause for Pets.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, shelter manager here. And today I want to show you our beautiful girl, Piglet. Piglet is a 3.5-year-old female and some kind of gorgeous mix. I think maybe there's a little pitty in there, but she's really small. She's only about 40 pounds, and as you can see, kind of petite in stature. She's a really fit little girl. We got Piglet as a stray about 4 weeks ago. She was brought in by someone in the public who found her on the streets. Just so sad. And we've just grown to really love her here, but she needs a home. Piglet is a people dog. She loves her people. She'll do anything to please. She's really super smart. She has picked up a lot of new tricks here and super food motivated, which makes that really easy to train new things. Yes, she loves her Kong. She doesn't really care so much for our dogs here. She's kind of ambivalent, like she can coexist with them really well and be totally happy. So if you do have another dog, we always recommend that you bring them in. But we think she would probably do best if you do have a dog with just an older, relaxed dog. Yeah, who can she just live with. We do know that she's not great with cats. So it's nice to be able to tell you guys that. She was temporarily in a home, adopted for about 8 days, but they had 2 cats, and she didn't really like them. So we want to just kind of skip the cats for future. Yeah, but they had so many great things to say about her. They said that she was a snuggle bug and she just loved being on the couch with them and loved walks and playing and learned all sorts of new things with them, and they were really, really sad to bring her back. Yeah, but no cats. Like all of our dogs here, she is spayed and she has all of her vaccines, her rabies, her parvo, all of her vaccines. She's great. She's been dewormed, super clean bill of health. She is ready to go. Also microchipped in case she gets lost again. Any vet or Humane Society here will be able to identify her owner right away. So if you would like to come and meet our Piglet, we are open 7 days a week from 12:30 to 6, and we would love to introduce you.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a fantastic Thursday, and boy, how could you not have? What a day weather-wise. Looking out our weather window from this afternoon, this is our Hay Canyon Tower Cam looking down at the city of Kashmir, and you can see nothing but blue sky throughout much of North Central Washington today. We did have a breeze at times, 5 to 15 miles an hour, but a nice warm-up throughout the area. And speaking of warm warm-ups. Boy, are we ever in for a warm-up. We've been talking about it all week, and it is upon us as we move into Friday. We are talking highs into the upper 70s to lower 80s around most of eastern Washington. Saturday, that goes into the lower 80s as well, and I think we'll see that for the Stemilk Grand Parade on Saturday. And then the real warm-up begins on Sunday, where we are going to hit the mid-80s Sunday, upper 80s for Monday, and most likely into Tuesday and even into Wednesday of next week. And those could be record highs. And we'll talk more about that as we get there. All right, today's high temperature here in the Wenatchee Valley, unofficially 76 degrees. That is 9 degrees above where we should be for this time of year at 67. 88, our record high in that hot April of 1998. 48 this morning, 44 our normal low temperature. 32, our record low, and that was set in 1972. Sun came up this morning at 5:46 and sets tonight at 8:11. All right, let's get you into this warm and even hot forecast. Here's your high temperatures tomorrow. We're going to see 80 degrees in the Columbia Basin for Moses Lake and Ephrata. Quincy very close to that. Macy 80, probably around 79. 78 for Wenatchee, Eniat, and Chelan. Also 79 in Omak. Even Lake Wenatchee, our cool spot, 74 degrees for an afternoon high temperature tomorrow. Great day to head up that way. All right, tonight we do expect mostly clear skies out there. Just not a lot happening around the western United States right now. Mild conditions tonight with overnight lows into those lower 50s. So a pretty nice overnight tonight. And then getting you into Classy Chassis Day. And that's tomorrow night at 6 o'clock right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Mostly sunny and warmer. We are talking high temperatures into the upper 70s, and we're going to see a lot more of that orange color as we make our way through this map. Stemilk Grand Parade, of course, Saturday morning at 11 a.m. also right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Just a few high clouds out there. Afternoon highs into the low 80s, so parade time probably at least 70 degrees on Saturday. For Sunday, mostly sunny, and this is where we warm up. We'll see high temperatures on Sunday into the mid-80s. So the final day of apple blossom is going to be nice and toasty out there. On Monday then, kicking off our next work week, sunny and warmer. And you can see this southwesterly flow of air moving into Washington. We are talking upper 80s for high temperatures on Monday afternoon. And that trend will continue as we make our way into Tuesday. Sunny skies, possibly record high temperatures. No clouds at all hardly on Tuesday. We're talking highs near 90 degrees on Tuesday. That would be a new record. And then as we end our forecast midweek Wednesday next week, sunny. Yeah, still warm out there. Giant area of high pressure in the Pacific. We will see highs in the mid to upper 80s. All right, your 7-day forecast now, and it's brought to you by Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, where comfort, care, and community come together. 51 overnight tonight. Classy Chassis tomorrow, 78 the high temperature. The Stemilk Grand Parade on Saturday for apple blossom. Look at that, 82 degrees, and we are going up from there, folks. Mostly sunny Sunday and 85. 88 your high on Monday, possibly record highs on Tuesday at 89, and we're going to stay warm on Wednesday too under sunny skies, high temperature 87 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Cade Calvin and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Welcome back in, everyone. Cade Calvin here with you. We journeyed to Waterville to see the Shockers in baseball action, plus an update on this weekend's scheduled hydro races.
The Waterville Mansfield Shockers hosted the Lake Roosevelt Raiders Wednesday night. The Shockers' bats started hot and never cooled off on this one, scoring in all innings but 2. Head coach Shane Bird says he was very pleased with his offense's performance.
Just getting pressure, right? I mean, trying to put the ball in play, make defenses make mistakes, make them make throws. We've been working quite a bit on just a little bit of a shorter stride. And looking for particular pitches early on in the count.
Lucas Fletcher and Ty Nelson led the way. Fletcher collected 2 knocks and 2 RBIs, while Nelson had 2 hits and 2 RBIs as well. Fletcher also started on the mound for the home squad. The two-way star pitched over 2 innings, tossing 50 pitches for 26 strikes and striking out 3 batters. After Fletcher, it was big Alexander Sheridan's turn to throw some heat. The big man faced 17 batters, throwing 47 pitches for 37 strikes and 2 strikeouts. Coach Bird says this game was a perfect bounce back after a tough 2 losses on Saturday.
Definitely resilient. I think we talked about that last time. You know, we had a tough go with ACH here on Saturday, and then the boys bounced back today and, you know, ended up getting 10 runs and being able to hold them, and our pitching was really good. Our defense was super solid. Couldn't ask for a whole lot more from them.
The Raiders got on the board with 2 runs in the top of the 3rd, but could not overcome a 6-error day on the defensive side of the ball. The Shockers roll in this one, winning 10-2 to improve to 10 wins on the season. We asked Coach Bird how he keeps his team focused for a strong finish with the district tournament just around the corner.
Really puts pressure on them at practice of what we're working at, and trying to keep practice upbeat as well. But I mean, there's a lot of skills and drills that, hey, if we don't do these correctly, it's not going to pay off in the long run when we absolutely need it. So try to put that kind of game-like pressure on them, but also let them have some fun at practice.
And elsewhere on the baseball diamond, OMAC defeats Tenasket 11-9, and in varsity softball real quick, the Moses Lake Mavericks get a big win over the Vikings 9-3. The Norm Evans Apple Cup Regatta on Lake Chelan has been canceled this weekend due to safety concerns on the water. Local radio station KOZI spoke to organizers who say an abundance of woody debris, including driftwood, has made conditions too dangerous for hydro racing. Officials say safety for both drivers and spectators was the top priority in the decision. The cancellation is also expected to have an impact on the local economy, with city leaders saying businesses rely on events like this during the season. Additional costs are also expected as crews work to clean up debris in areas like the marina and public beaches. Despite the cancellation, other regattas remain on the schedule this summer, including events in Iniat and Richland, with more places planned later this year, on Lake Chelan.
All right, that's a look at sports. Reporting for NCWLIFE, I'm Kate Calvin.
And that will do it for the NCWLIFE Evening News this Thursday. Remember, if you see news happening, let us know. Email your news tips to news@ncwlife.com or just give us a call at 888-6295. Our channel is also available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.
At Colonial Vista Senior Living, we believe life is meant to be lived fully. Our wellness programs inspire residents to stay strong, flexible, and confident every day. Here, curiosity is encouraged, friendships are nurtured, and every activity is an opportunity to connect, create, and enjoy life together. We invite you to experience the lifestyle at Colonial Vista Senior Living for yourself and discover why so many call our community home.
Community is more than just a place. It's the people, stories, and connections we share. At the Wenatchee World, we're your neighbors, your storytellers, and your trusted voice. From uncovering the issues that matter most to celebrating the moments that bring us together. We deliver the stories that keep the community moving forward. The Wenatchee World, your community voice, here every day.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota Equipment. The #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. With professional grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right. All backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
It's time for BC Outdoor Sport Fishing TV, Season 16, with your host, Mike Mitchell.
Tune in in Monday through Friday at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCW Life Evening News, or go to our website at ncwlife.com, or you can visit us on Facebook. North Central Washington, the NCW Life channel has you covered.